This is as loud as Yurt, or home, gets. Donan, an architect, is depressed and nostalgic for the countryside of his youth, which is being threatened by the money-driven mania of big business and heavy industry. Director Muzaffer Özdemir rolls his tail gently down the hills of Anatolia and watches as it lands with barely a thud. Peter, we could charitably call this one meditative, I think.
We could. It is meditative. It's kind of slow and calm and reflective, and there are some beautifully shot moments in it. I had the very uneasy feeling that the director, who is a very distinguished and prize-winning actor, Muzaffer Özdemir, who has worked fascinatingly with Nuri, Bilge, Ceylan on movies like Uzak, he has learned something from the master, but not enough. I think he can do the slowness, and this movie is very slow, but it's like a mannerism which he's learned, and it baffled me after a while, because Ceylan isn't just slow. There's usually something coiled underneath it that's driving it along, often with an element of criminal daring or something like that. There's almost like a kind of noir thriller going on in many of Ceylan's movies, which is the burning fuse underneath the calm surface. But the calm surface is all we get with this movie.
Catherine, there's a difference between slow and boring and slow and meaningful, right? I mean, which one did you feel this fell into?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's hard not to go with consensus here, I think. And it's a shame because, you know, with something like this, it falls victim to your, you know, ascribing to it art house cliches, and you know, the still here is very, you know, this guy, very good looking guy, huge, dreadful moustache, completely ruins it.
It's the most dramatic thing in the movie.
When you find yourself focusing on things like that, and you love the scene where there's a guy who only uses his feet, and he plays drafts, and then he has a little drink with his feet. It's really amazing. Stuff like that, you know, it's the incidentals that come to the forefront. But as a whole, it is certainly nappy.
The director's got a background in geology.
Yes.
Very much into environmental issues.
It's a very big cinema thing.
Yeah,
geology.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I felt like he was maybe combining his interests of filmmaking and Turkish geology there, and trying to make some sort of environmental conservationist point out the film, which didn't really come across to anyone who doesn't live there or know anything about the land.
I say that could be brilliant. I think there's nothing to stop a movie about geology being brilliant, being quirky and brilliant. But this was just, oh, I don't know. It never came to life.
I think the timescales that you deal with geology are are well mimicked.
Exactly.
Here, but,
yes.
Too well mimicked.
We'll come back to it in 400 years.
Yes, exactly.
Çocukken saatlerce yürüyüp pikniğe gelmiştik buraya. Şimdi yol açıp şelaleyi el altına almışlar. Yakında ise dereyi tamamen boğmayı planlıyorlar. Dokunulmazlığı aşikar olan bu hayata bunu yapanlar Yaradan'a bir hayli inançlı insanlardı.